Good day, everyone. Paul Lawrence Vann here, and I'm honored to be with you again today. And by the way, happy Labor Day. Work is good, and work is not hard. It's something that I learned when I was very young, when I started working at the age of 10 in my parents' grocery store. And I've been working ever since then. I didn't plan on working in the parent store, but I did, and I learned a lot from it. And I'm going to share just a little bit today more about the media and how you can get more media coverage, more visibility, how you can brand better, in addition to if you happen to be a speaker, a coach, consultant, or if you happen to be also in that position where you're an entrepreneur and you really need more visibility. I have a 3-day mini course that's really going to help you to do so much better. And I'm going to share that with you today. So thanks for being with me. It's going to be a pretty short video here, but it's just enough to give you a better understanding of what I'm talking about in case it's something that you need. And again, it's called a 3-day media mini course. And what it does, it helps you to get more visibility, to get more branding for your business, as well if you're an author, for example, sell more books, sell more digital courses, coaching, as well as consulting. So I'm going to share a little bit about what the course is all about. And just let me pull it up here. And I have this on the Teachable platform, and it's just a 3-day mini course. So it's going to be enough to infuse some excitement, some inspiration in terms of what you can do to get your foundation, your media foundation set up so that you can get on different episodes on podcasts, on radio, as well as television. And so people ask me the question, Paul, have you been working in the media for a long time? And in essence, the answer is yes. I had my online radio show for over 8 years, and that tied directly into radio shows that were in different states and different countries. And then I had some interviewing that I was doing on live television. And so, in many ways, I have been doing it for a long time. And now, this podcast, Wealth Academy Podcast. So, I really like to tell people that last fall, which was last November, and it ended in early December, I interviewed with over 80 different producers from the National Publicity Summit. And I not only gleaned a lot from those producers, but also the process and how that process works. So it's anything from the Tamron Hall show to the Today Show, you name it, it was out there. There were not only TV talk shows, but The View, but also radio shows, podcasts all over creation. So there were about 80, and I have a really good idea of how it works. I've actually been trained in media through a wonderful instructor by the name of Gail Murphy. And Gail Murphy is an LA reporter, and she's interviewed probably at this point maybe 40,000 people, people like Michael Jackson, uh, NFL stars, NBA stars, politicians, singers, actors, actresses, you name it. So I've had that training, and it's really served me well over the years. So let's get into this curriculum here, and it's titled Mastering the Media Authorpreneur Minicourse to become a guest on podcast, radio, and TV. Where it first starts out on day one, remember not week one, but day one, because it's only a 3-day course. I provide a welcome from myself, and that's about maybe 3 or 4 minutes where I just talk about what the program is all about, the course, and then how to understand the media landscape, and then identify what your media goals is. You see, one of the things that a lot of people look at is that, oh yeah, I just want to go out here and get publicity, and the next thing you know, I'm on TV, I'm on radio, I'm on podcast. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because there's so many people that are ahead of you and ahead of me that are doing it all the time and have done it for years. So in many ways, we have to present something so unique and so different and so authentic that we have to position ourselves to do that. And this course helps you to better understand what I'm talking about. And then you want to have to be able to craft your media persona. So, what is your media persona? You have to ask yourself that. I can't answer that for you. Well, my media persona, if someone asks me, is that I am into leadership and leadership development. I'm also, when you look at the secondary, I'm also into the financial intelligence. And primarily because the main thing that I did throughout the military as a military officer is leadership. And my specialty was financial management, cost analysis, budget analysis. So I can wrap those two together. And today I would take that financial intelligence and make that more or less financial literacy from my perspective, of which the next book that I have coming out, that's exactly what it's going to be about. And my previous book was about leadership. Leadership is influence. And then you want to look at setting and establishing your foundation. And so that's day one. And then I want to talk about how do you craft some compelling content. And this is still day one. And then what do you want your target audience to take away from your message? And developing your key messages and perfecting your elevator speech. And then craft an engaging storytelling hook can also be one of those areas that you want to focus on. And then here we go. On day one, you're going to have a quiz. It's not going to be tough, though. It's just going to be what you've covered thus far. And then I also have it set up where you schedule a Q&A session with me one-on-one. And this really works because I can give you even more details, and I would be willing to share my experiences and my recent trainings and then training from the long run. And then we head to day two. Let me pull this up. Day two is going to be about mastering the interview techniques, because in the end, that's really what it comes down to. How comfortable are you in front of a video projector? How good are you in front of live TV? And then some radio stations, they also have it where you have the video included as well. So I'll be teaching you how to master interview techniques, how prepare for the media interviews, whether it's radio, podcast, and or TV, because I've done them all. And then what is your body language and your vocal delivery? As you can see with my body language, I'm just sitting right here authentically and genuinely just giving you what I know. And in terms of my vocal delivery, I can modify it, I can adjust it, I can do whatever I want to because I've done it before. And so I will help you to learn that as well. And what I tell everyone is never think that you don't know anything, because you know a lot more than sometimes the interviewer. And so never put yourself in a position you're feeling a lack, but you should be feeling an abundance and step into your power, because that's really what it's all about. And then how do you handle tough questions and then navigate challenges? I had reference to people before that I was on a live television show here in Washington, D.C., Channel 9 WUSA, and I was given interview questions prior to the interview. Little did I know I would not be asked one question from that list. So they're really looking to see, what do you know? What does Paul know about financial management, as people lost their job during this great recession and lost the house to mortgage foreclosure or were sued, and the judge sent them a summons to come in to explain themselves. And so you have to be able to do your research and know what you're talking about, because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to find out if you really know what you're saying, and they're going to be doing this live. So all you have to do is keep your cool, listen to the question, and then respond. But don't respond from a lengthy perspective, but respond from sound bites, because sound bites is really what the media is all about, especially television, because there's not a lot of time that they're going to interview you, 45 minutes at the most, but you'll be given that opportunity. And then again, on day two, quiz. And the quiz is going to be on what? Mastering interview techniques. I'm here to tell you, you're going to love it. And then the next thing, which is most important, is how do you secure media opportunities? And then I'll help you to build your media list, how to craft media pitches, and then leveraging your network for media contacts. And then day two, you're going to have another quiz. So I have two quizzes, but again, it's going to be just based on the information that you're learning on that day. And then you're going to schedule another Q&A session with me if you have any questions. But I'll just use an example of how I would pitch an organization. And it would be this. Did you know that when it comes to women and their ability to become leaders, that all too often they're overlooked for those positions? In fact, what happens is a woman who is more qualified, more educated, more intellectual, and more inspired than men are being passed over for promotions, especially when it leads up to the management. My name is Paul Lawrence Vann, and I have been in leadership for over 20 years, and I've interviewed employees. I've worked for women, and women have worked for me, and we've worked together. And what I can share with your audience is the fact that I can show you how to get more women promoted and help to get them into the C-suite, because they really, really work hard, they deserve it, and they help increase the productivity of an organization. They believe in fairness, so they also share what fairness is all about, and they can help your organization improve their bottom line from a revenue perspective. You can contact me at this email and at this phone number so I can be prepared to interview before your audience. Thank you so much. And so that's just a pitch. It was a long pitch. Typically, it's only 60 seconds to 90 seconds at the most, but I just want to give you and walk you through that session so that you can start thinking about what it entails. And so now we're going to go to day three. Remember, there are only 3 days. It's not 3-week course, but 3-day mini course. And so what I would do now in that third section is to maximize your media presence. So you want to be able to promote your media appearances, and also repurpose media content for marketing that you have. And I know you have a lot of content out there, whether it's from your book, your courses, and or from your coaching. So you'll be able to have some, what I call, and what is called media assets prepared. And then you want to measure the success and iterating strategies. And then you want to be able to go one-on-one with me, and we actually go through some sessions, some practice rehearsal sessions. And then again, you're going to have a quiz, but it's going to be a short quiz, again, based on what you've learned on day three. And then again, I'll give you the opportunity. Now, this is really where your value comes in signing up for this 3-day mini course, is that you will again be able to schedule a one-on-one Q&A with me, one-on-one, giving you expertise that will help you leverage this. And I really believe in what I do, and I really believe in helping other people succeed because I've done it my entire professional career. And then I'm going to also provide you with some bonus tools and templates, and then a Q&A session with some media experts and people who I know in the media, whether they're in podcasting, whether they're in radio or TV. And then there'll be a course recap and next steps for you. So in essence, this is what the 3-day mini course to become a media expert is all about. And I believe that you should be a part of it. Now, how do you learn more about it? And I have it right here on this screen, and it's on the bottom third of this here on my live stream, and you'll be able to see it. But I have a link here in which you can go to. And that link would take you directly to the teachable course that I have set up. And you can learn more about it because I believe that you deserve to receive more media attention. And I'll use this example. You may have a best-selling book, but if that book isn't coming off the shelf and you're generating revenue, then you're collecting dust. But we know that you deserve to have a lot more. And so, as I stated here, I'll discover more about the 3-day mini course, and it will truly help you to get more exposure. Again, my name is Paul Lawrence Vann, and I'm the course instructor. And what I'm here to do is to help you to get more media exposure. Now, here's the link to the mini course. You see it here, https:// the tiny URL, tinyurl.com/44ds 8EUZ. Go there, you'll see my teachable course on getting more media exposure, and it can make a tremendous difference for you and your business. We want to be in business to generate revenue, and getting that media exposure is one of the best ways to do it. Hey, look, this is Paul Lawrence Vann saying to you, my time is up, and I thank you for yours. And I'll see you on the next session of Wealth Academy Podcast. Right now, as September is starting, I'm really getting out here trying to help people to finish strong. We're in the last quarter of the year 2024, and what you want to be able to do is to finish this year off strong, and I'm here to help you in that process. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next episode.